morning and welcome to Rise and 9. It's Monday, January 5th. For many people, first day back to work and school.
Yeah, if you had a couple weeks off, you might be headed back. You might have to drive through some fog to get to work and school this morning too.
A little bit of fog out there, but the good news is it's warming up. We're going to see temperatures in the 40s in Cedar Rapids today. That's going to feel so warm.
Yeah, this week close to the 50s. It'll feel like we're in spring, but we know winter's far from over.
I know. Yeah, it's the fall spring thing right now.
Right, exactly. We're going to see some more mud. I did notice when we were on a walk through a neighborhood that there was one backyard. It looks like everybody in the whole block like piled up their snow into this one big mountain. That there's still, it's quite a bit left. That they must have just like somebody there really likes snow or something. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, well, it might not be there after this week because multiple days in the 40s, and then we will see winter return, but at least we get a break from it for now.
Yeah, a little bit of a break. Maybe get outside, maybe help you get those resolutions accomplished. If you're trying to get more active, it's easier when it's not a blizzard outside.
It is, yes. I went running yesterday and it was very cold, so I'm looking forward to being able to run, maybe tomorrow with some of those warmer temperatures.
Right, and a lot happening today. Including Cedar Rapids, their school board holding a special session today.
Yes, and this will be really interesting because this comes as the district's looking to cut $10 to $12 million from its budget, and it says it's due to falling enrollment and rising costs. So they're kind of looking into several methods to how they could save some of this money.
Right, and so that's because today is the first phase of cuts, and that includes at the ELSC, the headquarters of the district, and also a plan to reorganize grades and possibly consolidate schools. This would impact the 5th and 6th grade moving to intermediate schools, and then putting 5th grade from elementary and 6th grade from middle school.
Yeah, so this would actually be a big change because the middle schools in Cedar Rapids have had those 3 grades, and now they would just go down to 2, and then the elementaries, traditionally have gone through 5th grade. They would just go through 4th grade, and then making that way for the intermediate schools for 5th and 6th grade to combine. So none of this is a final decision yet. There's actually a survey out right now where if you want to share your thoughts, you can do that. The link to that's on our website, kcrg.com. But that's just one of the methods. I know the district said that potentially closing schools could save them, I think, over $1 million a year per building. So just one of the methods they're looking at.
Yeah, that district for anybody in the community is open now for just a couple more days, but they got to that conclusion about how to address the other cuts, totaling about $4 million from a different survey that was just from teachers and a separate community organization. So a couple surveys that we're talking about here.
Yeah, and we'll be covering this today, so stay with TV9 for the latest on these talks.
Yep, that meeting is this afternoon.
Also happening, as we mentioned, a lot of people are returning back to school. This comes as flu cases in the state are now high.
Yeah, very high, actually, according to Iowa HHS. And this is new because the data is delayed a little bit because they have to gather it and then publish it. So this is now from the week before Christmas, I believe, or week of Christmas, I want to say.
Ending the 27th.
Yeah, so the week of Christmas. So you're starting to see the impact of some of those holiday gatherings as people spread those germs around maybe. But 47 schools across the state that week had at least 10% of students out with illness, but that is the week before Christmas.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens now as students kind of return from this winter break that they've been on. And hopefully we can start to see some of these cases turn the other direction. One thing I do know is that the same report that lists, the very high cases for flu does say that COVID-19 cases are in the moderate range, so less COVID-19.
Right, still something to be aware of though. Moderate is still not too good. But yeah, one doctor at the hospital, St. Luke's in Cedar Rapids, said the hospital saw about 60 cases of flu right before Christmas, and the week after that, cases had tripled. So not really what you want to see.
No, but makes sense, as people are gathering indoors for the holidays. So yeah, just something to be aware of as we head back to school. Also, working Iowa this week, a very interesting story. So I did this story after hearing about the CEO of Ford saying that he's having trouble filling 5,000 high-paying mechanics job. So I went to a local auto shop to kind of hear about if they're seeing this locally as far as the need for more mechanics, and then maybe some reasons why.
Yeah, I asked my husband actually, I was like, what is your exact job title? Because he works in the auto industry, and he's like, oh, is this, we were talking about why you asked me, because they were noticing that too, and they had seen that.
Yeah, and so this was really interesting. So I went to John's Automotive Industry, or John's Automotive in Cedar Rapids, and he said that local auto shops are having trouble finding workers, even though he personally is not hiring right now. But some of the reasons why he said is because he thinks, A, there's a misconception when it comes to auto technicians that maybe it's a low-paying job or that it's grimy and greasy all of the time. He said that both of those things are not true. They're doing a lot more with technology now and diagnostic things with computers. And then on top of it, he said that technicians can make up to or over 6 figures. And so that was something that he wanted to point out. And then B, he said that they're having a lot more people retire now, and there aren't as many young people coming into the industry. And so he actually opened it up and said, if you're young and you might be interested in this field, reach out to him over at John's Automotive, and he'd be happy to talk with you. His name is Al Wright, about, the industry, what it's really like, what type of money you actually can make, and, kind of steps to get into the field.
Right, and especially with training too, different businesses offer different apprenticeship programs or programs through Kirkwood Community College or Community College, lots of different options too for on-the-job training.
Yeah, and he did mention to me while I was there, that there are the upfront costs, of buying your own tools and things of that nature, but that it can really be rewarding the longer that you do it, and that you can really make good money, and that it can be a great field to go into.
Right, and depending different shops, they may have different things that they may already have your tools for you. It just depends where you work.
Exactly, yeah. And he did say that he knows several shops in the area that are hiring.
Can be really good jobs.
Yes. And then we also want to talk about what to do with your Christmas tree. Jackie, I saw your Facebook post. Yours is still up.
Yep, mine is still up. We always wait till after Thanksgiving to put it up. I think otherwise I'd get just too annoyed with all the clutter. But now I'm still enjoying it right now, which is nice because it gets so dark. And even in the afternoons, a day like today when it's cloudy, it's just nice to have an extra little bit of light in your home too.
Yeah, it's part of the ambiance. I also have my tree still up. I am hosting some family on Saturday, and a couple of them are New Year's Eve babies, so I feel like, the New Year's Eve, it just kind of fits the vibe. So we're going to keep it up through Saturday in order to host, and then on Sunday I'll probably be taking it all down, which is a whole nother project.
Right.
But my trees are fake, so I don't have to, go through the process of figuring out what to do with it, but a lot of people have real trees.
Right. I have some porch pots with some fake stuff, but yeah, the tree itself, that goes right back in the basement. I don't even undecorate it. I just put the whole thing. I have space for it. So it's a really easy process, minus walking down the steps with an entire Christmas tree.
Yeah, trying not to have the things fall off.
But if you are ready to get rid of your real tree, in Cedar Rapids, you can leave that on the curb for now for pickup until January 16th.
Yeah, if your tree is flocked, though, they do want you to cut it into 3-foot sections and make sure that you have a garbage sticker. And then in Iowa City, natural unflocked trees can also be placed on the curb. That's on your regular pickup day.
Right. And Dubuque, you can use the Mary Mulch service, also curbside that runs until the 16th. You also have to get a sticker, but the city said you can find that at grocery stores.
I know. It kind of makes me sad to see the holiday stuff coming down. I know it's time.
Right.
The stores are already filled with Valentine's Day and even some Easter decor.
I found some Easter candy when I was still searching for a Christmas present. That was on New Year's Day. And the Reese's peanut butter eggs were out. And I did buy one. I did buy a bag.
The eggs taste so good.
They're delicious.
I know. But it just seems like it should still be that time of year. Like, it just goes so fast. And maybe the older I get, I just feel like the holidays fly by in a blink.
Exactly, it does. But I haven't seen any stories that we've done this year, but I know we've done stories in the past about farms and goats and other animals that they want you to drop them off. So I'm not sure the exact details of that, but I know that's out there.
Yeah, that is always cool to see those stories. Well, speaking of the holidays, I have one of my Christmas gifts. It's a coffee mug that has eggs and bacon as the handle. This was from my brother-in-law and his girlfriend, and I loved it so much. I said, this is perfect for Rise and 9 because, it's so early in the morning.
Right.
This food sounds great right now.
It does.
Even though I'm usually just eating yogurt. But yeah, it was fun. The holidays were awesome this year.
Yeah, and I still have a family Christmas coming up. We go into January. Just had one last weekend in central Iowa. So it was nice to see family and get some white elephant gifts. We got also some food containers too. This was more Valentine's Day themed, so fitting in the season.
Yeah, that is perfect. I was happy to see, I was in Uptown Marion on Friday night. We went and ate at Zoe's Pizzeria, and while we were walking around, I was happy to see how festive it still looks there in Uptown, the big Christmas tree, and that ice loop was busy.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's nice to see.
Should go out there and go skating.
Yeah,
maybe
that
it'll
would
be
be
too
fun.
warm though. I don't know.
I know. I don't know what the temperature threshold is there, but
Right.
it was really busy on Friday night and nice to see. Just looks so festive down there.
Yeah, with family, we play this game. Maybe you've heard of it. So it's just an app you download on your phone. It's called Imposter. So, and how you play the game is that everybody gets to see a word, and then you say one word to describe that word, what that word is once you put the phone away, except for one of those people, it says the word imposter. And so they don't know what the word is. So that one person is trying to guess what everybody else is. And then everybody else is trying to guess who the imposter is.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was really fun. Pretty quick to learn, too.
Yeah.
And my husband and I, we could tell when we were the liars. We knew right away.
Just know each other that well. It happens when you've been together since high school.
Yep, exactly. When you were together like half our lives.
Right.
I know when you're fibbing.
Oh, yeah. Easy to tell at that point. So were you the imposter?
Well, it just goes around, so
Okay.
it is different every round. So I was a couple times, yeah. So it was harder to be the imposter when you were like earlier to guess because you didn't know what it was, and some were like completely obvious. Like one round, the word was fries. So then the first person to go said ketchup, and then the second person said mustard. So like everybody knew they were the faker, the imposter.
Yeah, that's so fun. We played some games this weekend too. We played Skip-Bo, which my husband and I started playing that during the pandemic just because we were home a lot more. And it's carried on for years, not near the level we played during COVID. But he won the first round. So then, or no, I won the first round. He won the second round. So then we're like, we have to play a third round because you
break
can't
the tie.
Yeah, you can't tie. Come on.
Right.
And so I ended up losing the overall, but we played some close games. That's a fun one too.
That is a fun one. We just enjoyed going for some walks too. We're not quite up to the feeling like we want to go for runs, but the walks are nice. It's cold out there to be outside doing anything.
I know, yeah. I honestly did not have any desire to go running on Sunday. I got signed up for a half marathon. So my brother-in-law and his girlfriend, the same ones who gave me the smug, are running the Dam to Des Moines. And they convinced my husband to run it. And he's trying to convince me to run it. And I said, I'll run it if you sign me up. I really don't have a desire to run it, but if you sign me up, I'll be there. And the next thing I know, I'm signed up for this race. So now I'm suddenly training for this half marathon.
Right.
So I had to force a run yesterday. It was cold. I wouldn't have done it, but you know what? It felt good afterwards.
It does once it's finished. And I met some girlfriends for lunch, and I was like, I'm not signed up for any races yet this year. Maybe I want to. I don't know. And they're like, well, some friends in Des Moines are doing this race.
Yeah.
And it had to be the same one. They're like, if you want to sign up, we got some room for you. I'm like, oh, I just don't know if I want to.
Know. It's like you need the little nudge.
Right.
That'd be fun if we both did it though.
I'm not sure if I'm feeling up for it.
I know. It just sounds so far. And even the distance I ran yesterday, like I've been complaining all morning, whining how sore I am. I'm like, it's going to be triple the distance by the time we do this race.
And this one, I think it's early June when that one is, late May.
Late May,
so it's a lot of running when it is not so nice out.
It's not nice out.
But then for our schedule, it's also not so great to run because I've done, and I love the Nubo run. That's Labor Day, but then for our schedule, we're running at like noon.
Yes.
So also it gets too hot. So
the
like
heat
it's
of the
just.
day.
There's always a challenge.
I know. I do.
You can always find an excuse.
With our schedule, it is hard. Even though we have the afternoons free, it is hard to find the perfect time, to get out there and do these runs, especially the end of a work day. You're tired.
Right.
But I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna hold true to my word, and I said I would do it if he signed me up, and he signed me up. So I'll be there.
I know, I was looking around for some other 10Ks, and there's a lot of trail runs, but I've never done a trail run.
Yeah.
So maybe this is the year to try that.
That could be really fun. Yeah, and different than a road race. I wonder what that'd be like, because in a road race, you typically have a lot of fans, lighting the street. I wonder what a trail would look like.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm up for it, though.
Yeah. There's a few 5Ks that I was considering running back before we talked about this half marathon. Now, I don't know. That might be it for me.
Yeah.
But I might run some 5Ks, too. I know the Cedar Rapids is having a marathon coming up this summer,
They have a whole lot of races, too, that you can do, like 10K, 5Ks, relays, whole variety.
And I believe that's a qualifier too. Like that's a big race. That'll be really fun.
Yeah, definitely not qualifying for Boston.
Yeah, no, but it's cool to have a race of that level here. So yeah, that'll be neat to see this summer.
That will be lots of running ahead, I suppose.
I suppose so. Well, thank you for joining us this morning on Rise and 9.
Have a great day today.